So Federal Reserve, like the commercial bank, also has a balance sheet. When you first take a look at this balance sheet here, you will find out there are many items. But don't worry, we actually can simplify this balance sheet. So let's take a look at what would be the simplified balance sheet for the Federal Reserve. And if you can recall, the balance sheet always have two sides. The left-hand side is asset, which means the uses of the funds. The right-hand side is liability and equity, which means the sources of the fund. So what would be the main asset on the Federal Reserve Bank balance sheet? If you can recall what we learned previously, the Federal Reserve buys and sells the securities in the open market. When the Federal Reserve buys securities, they are just like regular investors. The security they buy become a part of their asset. So we put the securities Federal Reserve hold as their asset. In addition, if you can recall, the Federal Reserve lend out a discount loan to the commercial banks. So just like a commercial bank, loan is a part of their asset. So the discount loan lent out by the Federal Reserve is part of their asset. So we write out the discount loan on this side. For liability and equity, one of the biggest liability Federal Reserve has is a currency. So all the currency circulate in the economies is a part of the Federal Reserve liability. Another important liability is reserve. Record reserve is a money the commercial bank put into the Federal Reserve systems. This reserve still belong to the commercial bank. It's part of the money of the commercial banks. So if the commercial bank want to withdraw the money, Federal Reserve have to make the withdrawal request. As a result, reserve is the part of the liability of the Federal Reserve, but asset of the commercial bank. So here is the simplified the Federal Reserve balance sheet. You need to keep in mind the items on both asset side and the liability and the equity side.